Okay, so your temperature difference, always remember the T is nothing but the temperature difference. So that is a 30 degree. Alpha S and ES, that is a basic parameter. Thermal coefficient in Young modulus. Okay, alpha S and ES. So 12 into 10 power 6, ES is 210 gigapascal. Okay, so here two case. One is end are yielded, unyielded. Second is ends are 0.4 mm yielded. So just I am giving you some background about this theoretical portion. You can just hear. So this will be a one steel bar and it is heated up to the some temperature. So what is the change in length of free expansion? That is based on this equation L alpha T. So strain is change in length divided by original length. LL cancel out. So strain is alpha T and stress is equal to E times alpha T. So this will be your equation for stress when no any support are yielded. Another equation you can notice here, this one. So here you can notice some gap is given, that is a delta, or you can also read here the support is yielded. Okay, so this is the case when some gaps are given, or it may be yielded upon up to some certain delta value. So you can see this is the natural expansion equation. Delta is equal to L alpha T minus this gap. This gap is delta. So small delta L is nothing but this one. And if you're finding out strain, change in length divided by original length. Okay. And if you LL cancel out alpha T minus delta upon L. And if you're finding out the stress, sigma is equal to T times epsilon. So this is the two case when support are yielded. Just you add this minus term here, and in the previous equation, that is a only L alpha T. You can see here. So we use this equation to calculate your stresses value. So all of you now do it. So you can, this is the first case. Your stress is equal to E alpha T, and based on that, just we are calculate the force. So force is equal to stress into area. So now E value is known to us, 210 power 3. Alpha is given. Now T is a temperature difference. That is a 30 degree. Okay, so just take this data and calculate what is the stress value, and give me an answer what is the stress value. And based on this stress, just you can calculate stress into area. And area you are calculate based on this pi by 4 d square. So just all of you calculate these two answer, stress and force. Very simple one. Just you put the data only. There is no any logic here. So this is the first case when support are unyielded. So all of you do it. Now give me the answer.
75.6.
75.6. Okay. So 75.6 Newton per mm square. Now take this stress, multiply the area. Area is pi by 4 d square. So at the end of this laboratory, I'm taking your attendance. Okay, so all of you present to the end of this laboratory. Yes, what is the force?
સર એરિયા 2 પાઈ r લેવાનો.
Area is pi by 4 d square. So diameter is given, okay, 25. So how to calculate area? Pi by 4 d square. D is a 25 mm.
₹37,091.
Okay, so this will be in Newton because of your stress is Newton per unit square. So only one student that is give your answer here. The remaining students still they are not doing this example. I know. I request to all you can do. Now second.
Hello, sir. Sir.
Yes, I'm.
सर वॉइस बराबर नहीं है, लैग हो रहा है.
વોઇસ નથી આવતો બરાબર.
Now it is clear. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Now it is clear.
Yes, sir. हाँ.
Yes, sir.
So just we use this equation. Just we use this equation. Your support is yielded by 0.4 mm. So that put this data and calculate what is your change in length. So this is the delta value change in length due to some support is yielded. So calculate what is the change in length by using this equation.
Sir, 1.8.
1.4.
1.8. Yes, 1.4 is correct
1.4.
answer.
1.4, sir.
And remember, yes, L is we are taking in mm, so this delta value is in mm. So this will be 1.4 mm. Now delta is known to us. Okay, we are calculate easily strain, and strain પરથી આપણે stress calculate કરી શકશું અને stress પરથી force. So you can just in the next presentation you can see the stress is equal to Young modulus into strain, and strain is hello. Yes.
સર બીજામાં 28,848 આવે છે.
બીજામાં
28,000 નથી આવતો.
Please repeat it.
સર આ 37,091 લખ્યું ને ત્યાં 37,000 નથી આવતું. 28,848.75.
So just I am calculate. હું જ calculate કરી લઉં.
સર 37,000
તમારો સ્ટ્રેસ છે 75.6. So d square 25. I am getting the same one. So roll number 27, just you correct your answer. It is correct. So in the next question, we calculate this 1.4 mm. Now we use this equation for stress, E times strain, and strain we know this equation delta L upon M. Delta L we already calculate 1.4 mm. So just put here E value is 21010 power 3, delta is 1.4, and total length is 5000 mm. So just put this one, calculate your stress value, and stress you can put again here. You are calculate your force value. Okay, so all of you calculate this stress and force. Yes, what is your answer? Stress value?
$58.8.
Yes, your stress value is already right. Just put multiply the area, you are getting the force.
Sir, 28848.
28.
28848.75.
Okay.
No, sir, 28848.
2088 4.
848, sir. 848.7.
28,008. 28,840.
48. 2848. 0.75 meter. Okay, so this will be a force. So now second this calculation is over. Now last question is also calculate temperature when your thrust is 5 kilonewton for the both the case. So what is the here the whatever in the previous example, in this example we calculate the force. Okay, now we are doing the reverse thing. કે તમને ફોર્સ આપેલો છે 5 કિલોમીટર. ઓકે, અને એના પરથી તમારે શું ફાઇન્ડ કરવાનું છે કે આ ટેમ્પરેચર કેટલું આવે છે. પહેલા કેસ માટે ટેમ્પરેચર કેટલું આવે છે અને બીજા કેસ માટે ટેમ્પરેચર કેટલું આવે છે. એટલે ઇન કે રિવર્સ કેસમાં આપણે ફાઇન્ડ કરવાનું છે. So just you can see from this bottom one, this will be your second part. We know this equation, P is equal to area. Stress નું equation મૂકી દીધું E times epsilon into area. અને પહેલા કેસ માટે એપ્સિલોન નું ઇક્વેશન છે આલ્ફા ટી. Just we know here this will be alpha t. So just put this all the data required answer. અને p આપેલો છે તમને 5 કિલોન્યુટન 5 into 10 power 3. So question માં શું કીધું છે કે જો તમને ફોર્સ 5 કિલોન્યુટન આપેલું હોય ત્યારે ટેમ્પરેચર કેટલું. So using this equation, P is 5 kilonewton and temperature is 100. Okay, so all of you just put this data. P is a 5 kilonewton, 10 power 3. E, that is the same here. Alpha is same here. T is as it is, and area is pi by 4 d square. And second one. Second case માટે કેવું હતું કે support is yielded by 0.4 mm. તો એના માટે આ જ ઇક્વેશન આવશે. આની અંદર શું ચેન્જ થશે? Your strain value will be changed. So you can notice here, your strain value is alpha t minus delta upon L. So just I am showing you that equation again. You can see this will be an equation of strain when some gap is given, alpha t minus delta upon L. So we use this equation here. Okay, so this will be an equation of strain when some support is yielded or some gap is given, and just putting the same data and calculate T. So this is the for first case, this is for the second case. So both the case you can calculate your temperature small t. Very simple, all the example is very simple. Just put your data, very simple one.
4.04.
4.04. Okay. So we know this in this equation, what is a T? T is a temperature variation. If you refer to previous one, very 20 degree, and we take the temperature here, that is your temperature difference. So if you calculate what is the temperature, just add this as atmospheric temperature. So that's why here you can see 20 plus 4.04. So this will be your final temperature is 24.04. Okay, remember this one. આપણે જે બી અહીંયા ટી આવશે એ ટી કયો હશે? એ ટેમ્પરેચર વેરિએશન આવશે. અને આપણે તો ફાઇનલ ટેમ્પરેચર કેલ્ક્યુલેટ કરવાનું છે, એટલે એટમોસ્ફિયરિક ટેમ્પરેચર આમાં એડ કરવું પડશે. સેમ થિંગ યુ કેન ડુ ફોર ધી સેકન્ડ કેસ. સેકન્ડ કેસ માટે કેટલું આવશે સ્વામી?
Sir, 30 degrees Celsius, I guess.
So what is the T here?
30 plus 20.
नहीं 30 नहीं आया maybe 10 point something also. Your delta value is 1.4, L is 5000, alpha is given, you calculate T here. So P divided by E divided by A plus alpha into L divided by alpha. Welcome.
Yes, 10 and 1. P sir, બીજો લઈ લીધો 5000 ની જગ્યાએ.
10.71 degree Celsius.
Yes.
Now add this 20 degree. Okay, so this will be a 30.71. Okay, so we are taking the next example. So in the next example, a stepped bar is given. It is between the support. You can see 1 mm gap is given here. Support between the ends. Okay, so 1 mm gap here. Calculate the stress in each members to the increase of temperature T degrees Celsius. The diameter of steel bar here, that is a 15 mm. Okay, and diameter of copper bar here, that is a 10 mm. The area is pi by 20 square. So alpha is ES for steel as well as copper, both are given here, and thus we are calculate what is a stress induced in each members, steel as well as copper. So again, in this case, we are using the same equation to calculate stress induced in this material. So just this is the example number 2. Okay, so just I am taking the same figure. You can notice here, this will be a copper bar, this will be a steel bar, both end will be fixed, and here 1 mm gap is given. Let us here take the data from the group number 1. T is at 200 degrees Celsius. Length is 1 meter, that is already given in the data. Here 1.5. So same here, 1 meter and 1.5. So here we are calculate what is the strain induced in this copper and what is the strain induced in this steel after reaching 1 mm gap. So first of all of you calculate the free expansion. So free expansion, we know the equation. Change in length of total is equal to delta for copper and delta for steel, and we use this equation L alpha D for natural expansion. So this first one for the copper, second for the steel. Okay, so just put the all the data here and calculate what is the free expansion. L is for the copper is 1000 mm. Alpha, that is you take this copper value 17 into 10 power 6. T is a 200 degrees Celsius. LS, length of steel 1500 in mm. Alpha is 12 into 10 power 6, and T is again 200. So simplify this equation and tell me what is the free expansion. So this is the, when this support is not present, whenever you increase the temperature up to 200 degrees Celsius, what is the total expansion that we calculate here? And minus 1 mm gap, at that time what is the stress in this? We are calculate next one. So all of you first of all calculate free expansion. Remember the length is you taken it in mm. Length mm માં લેવાની છે. અહીંયા 1 મીટર means 1000 વડે મલ્ટીપ્લાય કરો.
Answer 7 mm.
You can see whenever if you increase the temperature, T is equal to 200 degrees Celsius. This material will try to expand up to the 7 mm. Okay, but here you can see 1 mm gap is completing this 1 mm. The bar will be restrained. Then some stresses are developed. Okay, so for that the force of both the material will be same after filling of this gap 1 mm. So force will be same. We have a first condition. So what is the first condition? The force being same for the both the material. So force in copper is equal to force in steel. And we know this equation. The force is equal to stress into area. And here stress into area. So now the diameter of both the bar will be available here. The copper is 10 mm and steel is 15 mm. So just put this area equation here, pi by 4 d square, and simplify this equation in terms of stress. So stress in copper is equal to how much amount of stress in steel. So this is the area of steel divided by area of copper. So calculate this ratio. Because of both the material, your force will be same.
6.25.
6.25. Something wrong. You can see area of steel divided by area of copper. Pi by 4 15 square divided by pi by 4 10 square.
It's 2.25.
Yes, 2.25 is the correct one. So this will be your 2.25. So this will be your first equation. Stress in copper is equal to 2.25 times stress in steel. Okay. So this is the first equation. Now, if we are calculate the stress induced in each material, we require the second equation. So what is the second equation? That is a very simple one. After completing this 1 mm gap, then some stresses are developed. So just you can see, this will be your equation we already derived previously. Change in length of copper plus change in length of steel is equal to net delta. Okay, this is the free expansion, and here 1 mm gap is given, so minus 1 mm. So change in length of copper plus change in length of steel is equal to total length change in length minus 1 mm. Here why we are minus 1 mm? Because this will be 1 mm gap given here. Now this delta equation we write down in terms of stress. So just you notice I am write down this equation in terms of stress based on this here. Stress is equal to E times epsilon. Epsilon is change in length upon original length. And what is the change in length? So stress divided by n modulus multiply n. So just put this equation here. For the copper, stress is copper upon n modulus into Lc. For steel, same equation, delta minus 1 mm. And delta value we already calculated previously, 7. Okay, put 7 mm here. And this stress is copper, we replace to this equation, 2.25 of stress in steel. So here we put this 2.25 stress in steel. So in this equation, you know, only unknown is alpha s, sorry, sigma s. Okay, so put sigma s here, calculate the sigma s from this equation. And again, remember you take length in mm, LC 1000 mm, LS 1.5, sorry 1500 mm, and E and ES that is given in data. So just simple put this all the values, calculate what is the stress. So this is the equation we use when some gap are given.
So, sir. Hello, sir.
Hello. What is the answer?
Sigma s 2.14 into 10 to the power 8, and sigma c is 4.81 into 10 to the power 8.
10 power 8.
Yes, sir.
It's not possible. That value. Something wrong. You can see here your stress value you are getting in 3 digit, not more than that one.
631.5.
194.44.
Yes, and what
Sigma
is
S.
keeping a great price?
What?
Yes, how much?
94. 194.44.
194.
Yes. 0.44.
194.44 Newton per mm square. And sigma c, just put this value in this equation.
437.5.
37.5. So this is the answer. Your sigma stress in steel and stress in concrete. Sorry, copper. So that is we are calculating it. Okay. So this example number 2 is completed. We are going to the next example. Example number 3. In this example number 3, a steel rod of 20 mm diameter passing through the one copper tube external diameter is 50 mm, internal diameter is 40 mm. So one steel, one copper tube is given, its external and internal diameter is given. In one copper rod is passing through it, and then opposite tube will be rigidly fixed at the both the ends, and temperature increase to the T degree Celsius. Calculate what is the stress induced in material. E value, alpha value is given here. So previous one is compound section, and this will be a composite. Okay, and what will be your stress induced in this both material, that we calculate here. So before that, just I have explained the theoretical background, so you can clear now which equation we can use here. Yes. So you can see this will be a composite section, brass and steel. This theory will already explain in the classroom. Just I will repeat this portion. So this will be a composite. Both are rigidly connected. First of all, we consider as not connected to each other. That is like free expansion. So whenever temperature increase or decrease, this material will be naturally expands based on the alpha value. So alpha of brass is higher, so you can see the natural expansion L alpha T is higher, and steel L alpha T ઓછું હશે. So this will be natural expansion. Natural expansion એટલે શું કે આપણે એને ઇન્ડિવિડ્યુઅલ લઈએ અને ટેમ્પરેચર ઇન્ક્રીઝ કરીએ તો આ તેનું નેચરલ એક્સપાન્શન થશે. પણ what is a composite section? Composite એટલે બંને rigidly connected. So rigidly connected માં તમે જોઈ શકો છો your change in length બંનેની same હશે because of rigidly connected. And notice that કે આનું natural expansion આટલા સુધી થાય છે up to this portion, but based on the composite effect your deformation will be lesser. So means some compression force will be developed here because of its reduced length. અને સ્ટીલમાં તમે જુઓ એની લેન્થ આટલા સુધી એક્સપાન્ડ થઈ શકે છે, પણ based on the composite effect the length will be higher compared to the natural expansion. So ક્યારે થશે? Some tension force will be developed. Okay, so you can see here some tension force will be developed, and this both the force will be same as the value P. Okay, બંનેમાં same force develop થશે. So what is the equation here? So this is the equation we can use. The first condition is equal to load in brass. So same the force નું equation છે stress into area. જે આપણે આપણે પહેલી કન્ડિશન યુઝ કરી સેમ કન્ડિશન યુઝ કરવાની છે. અને બીજી કન્ડિશન આગળ આવશે. Just you can simplify this all the equation. We are getting the last one. Strain in steel, strain in brass is equal to T into alpha B minus alpha S. Okay. Alpha B હવે આની અંદર યાદ રાખજો જેનો બી alpha વધારે હોય પહેલા લેવાનો, પછી જેનો ઓછો હોય પછી લેવાનો. Okay. So this is the second condition. So we use the solve the first and second. We are getting the stress one. Okay. So we use the same equation in our example. So just I'm yes. This is the example number 3. Okay. So you can see the outer one is a brass tube. This dark portion. External diameter is 50 mm. Internal diameter is 40 mm. અને આ બ્રશનું ટ્યુબની વચ્ચેથી વન સ્ટીલ રોડ પાસ થાય છે, ડાયામીટર છે 20 mm. એન્ડ હિયર increase up to T degree Celsius. અને T કેટલો આપેલો છે? Of the data number question number 3 80 degree. So T is 80 degree. Okay. So તમને બંને ઇક્વેશન મેં તમને કહી દીધા છે. પહેલું ઇક્વેશન આવશે કે load in the steel as well as load in the copper both are same. So this copper tube and center one is a steel rod. So load nu equation thus stress into area. So just simplify equation in terms of stress. So sigma S is equal to how much? Sigma C. So area of copper divided by area of steel. So area of copper કેટલો થશે? તો કે pi by 4 50 square minus pi by 4 40 square because of hollow tube છે. And area of steel rod now pi by 4 20 square. So just simplify this equation. We are getting the first one. Second equation તમારી પાસે શું છે? તો કે strain in steel plus strain in copper is equal to T minus. હવે આ ઇક્વેશન કેવી રીતે લખવાનું? તો કે જેનો બી આલ્ફા વધારે હોય એ પહેલા લખવાનું because of we are not getting the negative answer. તો આમાંથી આલ્ફા કોનો વધારે છે? કોપરનો વધારે છે. ઓકે, સો આલ્ફા સી માઇનસ આલ્ફા એસ. અને સ્ટ્રેનનું ઇક્વેશન ઇન ટર્મ્સ ઓફ સ્ટ્રેસ કેટલું આવશે? સ્ટ્રેસ અપોન યંગ મોડ્યુલસ, સ્ટ્રેસ અપોન યંગ મોડ્યુલસ. ઓકે, સો અને સિગ્મા એસ ની વેલ્યુ અહીંયા મૂકી દેવાની. વી આર ગેટિંગ ધ સેકન્ડ ઇક્વેશન. સો જસ્ટ સોલ્વ ધીસ, you are getting the stress value. So I hope all of you clear now. So just do this and give me the answer. First of all, give me what is this ratio, then putting here what is the stress value. So all of you do it now.
Sir,
Hello, hello.
0.0048. Hello.
Ratio શું આવે છે?
0.048.
This ratio sigma s is equal to
Is equal to 0.00048 sigma c.
એટલું બધું નહીં આવે. This answer nearer to 2.25. There was some mistake. Area of copper. Copper નો એરિયા કેટલો આવશે? તો કે pi by 4 50 square minus pi by 4 40 square. ટ્યુબ છે. Divide by pi by 4 20 square. So this answer nearly 2.25. And this one you can put here. You are getting the stress value.
Sigma S 16 and Sigma C 4.
Hello. What is the sigma value?
Sigma S 16 and
Yes, anyone?
Sigma C 4.
116.
Yes, sir.
Sigma
Sigma
4.
S.
You are getting this ratio 2.25?
Sigma C is equal to 4 Sigma S అవుతుంది.
नहीं आवे.
એટલે મેં પેલી
2.25
સાઈડ
आओ.
લીધા હતા. એને પણ મેં પેલી સાઈડ લીધા હતા.
Okay, reverse
Sigma
question.
C is equal.
Mhm. Okay, no problem. Okay, so this is your answer, sigma C and sigma S. Okay, so that is very simple to equation. In the first case, your load will be same. This is the first equation, and second equation, that is a strain plus steel plus copper is equal to T times your alpha difference. Okay, so this is the way you can just calculate your stress in mixed material. Now we are going to the next example, example number 4. Okay. So in example number 4, so here you notice one rectangular bar. Your length is 500 mm, width is 50 mm, and thickness is 25 mm, and it is subjected to load P1, P2, and P3. P1 is compression force, P2 is tension force, and P3 is again tension force. Calculate new dimension of block, means what is the change in dimension, delta L, delta B, and delta T, then add to the initial size. And also calculate change in volume. Take mu is 0.3, E value is 200 gigapascal, and also calculate in the same question all the force are compression. Okay, so this second question you type to yourself. We are doing only the first one. Okay, so in the second case all the forces are compression, means તમારે બધા compression લેવાના છે અને solution find કરવાનું. Okay, but we are doing the first one. This second calculate you do yourself. What is the P1, P2, P3? That is take from this data 120 and 80. So P1 is 100 mm, P2 is 80, and P3 is 30 kilonewton. Okay, so we are calculate what is the change in volume. So I'm again show you some equation in your theoretical class. Same thing we are doing here. So just I'm skipping this all the portion. Okay, so here you can notice yes, next figure. Here you can see this is the x-axis, this will be vertical is y, outer plane that is a z, and corresponding stress is given sigma x, sigma y, and sigma z. Okay, but in our example, replace to stress આપણને ફોર્સ આપેલો છે P1 P2 P3, અહીંયા આગળ P આપેલો છે P1 એ P2 આપેલો છે અહીંયા P3 છે. તો આપણે શું કરવાનું છે, ફોર્સ પરથી પહેલા સ્ટ્રેસ ફાઇન્ડ કરવાનો છે. સો સ્ટ્રેસ ઇઝ ઇક્વલ ટુ ફોર્સ ઇન્ટુ એરિયા, અને એરિયા કયો આવશે, ધારો કે સિગ્મા એક્સ ફાઇન્ડ કરવો છે તો એને નોર્મલ જે પ્લેન હશે એનો એરિયા, સિગ્મા વાય ફાઇન્ડ હોય તો એના નોર્મલ જે પ્લેન છે એનો એરિયા. Okay, so we take this as the x-axis, with this will be y, out of plane that is z. So we take this x, y, and z axis, and based on that we have calculate what is our change in volume. So this is the stress value. પહેલા આપણે શું કરવાનું, સ્ટ્રેસ ફાઇન્ડ કરવાનું છે. હવે તમે સ્ટ્રેન નું ઇક્વેશન અહીંયા આગળ ઓલરેડી ક્લાસમાં ડિસ્કસ કરેલું છે. સેમ ઇક્વેશન you can see here. Strain x is equal to sigma x upon e without any Poisson effect, અને બાકીના બેમાં તમારે પોઈઝન ઇફેક્ટ લેવાની છે. સિગ્મા y and sigma z you take the Poisson effect. So 1 upon m, that is the Poisson ratio. Okay, and we also known as mu. આપણને ડેટામાં આપેલું છે mu is equal to 0.3, means તમને Poisson ratio mu આપેલો છે. mu અથવા તો 1 upon m બંને સેમ જ છે, બરાબર. એટલે આ તમે 1 upon mu ની જગ્યાએ 1 upon m ની જગ્યાએ mu લખી શકો છો. આની અંદર 1 upon m છે. So this is the equation of strain along x direction. Y direction માં શું આવશે, તો કે y direction નું without Poisson effect, and other two are including the Poisson effect, minus sign. And same as z માં તમે જોઈ શકો છો sigma z upon e and x and y multiply the Poisson ratio, and that is a minus sign. Okay, and you can see this equation based on the sigma x, sigma y, and sigma z. And sigma x, sigma y, and sigma z તમે જોઈ શકો ત્રણે ત્રણ ટેન્શન છે. Okay, so જો sigma x, y, and z, all these three are tension, this is the minus sign. અને જો કોઈ બી એક કમ્પ્રેશન હશે તો શું કરવાનું, sigma x, y નેગેટિવ લેવાનું. That is a here equation. And now you can notice this equation, change in volume upon its original volume, it is known as volumetric strain, is equal to sigma x, epsilon y, and epsilon z. And we just calculate the change in volume. So change in volume is equal to epsilon x, y, z multiplied by the total volume. So based on that, just we are calculate change in volume. So first of all, we are calculate the stress in each direction x, y, and z. Then we calculate strain. Strain calculate થઈ જાય પછી આ ઇક્વેશન પરથી આપણે શું કેલ્ક્યુલેટ કરવાનું છે, change in volume. Okay, so I hope all of you clear. So same thing we are doing in our example. You can see this is the figure given here. P1 is 100 kN, P2 is 80 kN, P3 is 20 kN. This length is 500 mm, this width is 50 mm, and thickness is 25 mm. Okay, and we take this will be your x-axis, vertical is y, outer plane z. 1 upon m or Poisson ratio mu, that is a 0.3. Young modulus આપેલું છે 200 gigapascal, means 10 power 3 megapascal. તો પહેલામાં પહેલા આપણે શું કરવું પડશે, તો કે ફોર્સ પરથી સ્ટ્રેસ ફાઇન્ડ કરવો છે. સો સિગ્મા એક્સ, સિગ્મા વાય, એન્ડ સિગ્મા ઝેડ, ધેટ ઇઝ અ ફોર્સ અપોન એરિયા. તો તમે જોઈ શકો છો એક્સ ઇઝ હોરિઝોન્ટલ એક્સિસ, ધેટ ઇઝ અલોંગ ધ P2. સો P2 ડિવાઇડ બાય એરિયા, અને એરિયા કયો આવશે, એનો નોર્મલ પ્લેનનો. તો નોર્મલ પ્લેનનો એરિયા કેટલો છે, તો કે width is 50 mm and depth is 25. So P2 divided by this area 50 into 25. Y is vertical direction, and that is direction of P1. So minus of P1 divided by its area. Area કેટલો આવશે, તો કે એને નોર્મલ પ્લેન, તો 500 multiply 50. અને અહીંયા તમે જોઈ શકો છો મેં માઇનસ સાઇન કેમ લીધું છે, બીકોઝ ઓફ ઇટ ઇઝ અ કમ્પ્રેશન. ટેન્શન પોઝિટિવ, કમ્પ્રેશન નેગેટિવ. and sigma z, that is along the out of plane p3 direction. So p3 divided by its area. Area કેટલો આવશે એના normal plane નો, that is nothing but this 500 multiplied 25. Okay, so all of you calculate first of all this stress, then we calculate strain. All of you do this calculation up to this portion, sigma x, sigma y, and sigma z.
સર તમે સિગ્મા વાય માં પણ P1 કેમ લીધું સર?
અહીંયા p2 છે, this will be your p2 છે x direction માં. અહીંયા આગળ p1 છે અને અહીંયા p3 છે. આ તમારી સાઇન કન્વેન્શન છે x y z. x is p2, y is p1, z is p3.
સર હેલો સર.
Yes.
સર તમે P3 20 લખી દીધું છે સર. P3 80 છે અને P2 20 છે ફિગરમાં.
Mhm. So okay, take this data. P2 is 20, and P3 is 80.
તો સિગ્મા x, સિગ્મા y, સિગ્મા z આવી ગયું.
બોલો કેટલું આવે?
સિગ્મા x equal to 0.016.
2.016.
0.016.
Hello.
0.016.
I'm not audible. 0.016. આટલું શું ના આવે you consider in Newton and this stress means Newton per mm square. So P2 is 20 into 10 power 3 divided by this area, not directly 20 upon this. Because of if you consider in kilonewton, your stress will be kilometer per meter square or meter square. How much? Hello.
16.
16. Yes. So this value is 16. Second one.
8 minus 8.
Sir, -4 આવે.
Minus 8. And last one. हाँ तो वेरीफाई कर ही लेते हो just P1 you take is 100 into 10 power 3 divided by this area. Simple calculation છે એમાં બે આન્સર કેમ આવે છે ખબર નથી પડતી. ઓકે -4 પછી લાસ્ટમાં
6.4. 6.4.
6.4. ઓકે તો હવે તમારે શું કરવાનું છે આ સિગ્માની વેલ્યુ લઈને તમારે સ્ટ્રેન ફાઇન્ડ કરવાનું છે તો સ્ટ્રેનની ઇક્વેશન મેં તમને પહેલા બતાવ્યું બરાબર છે સેમ ઇક્વેશન યુ કેન ટેક હિયર ઓકે હું તમને ઇક્વેશન બતાવું છું સો એપ્સિલોન x એપ્સિલોન y એપ્સિલોન z you can see x નું હોય તો x ડિરેક્શનમાં વિધાઉટ પોઝિશન ઇફેક્ટ માઇનસ બીજા બે માટે y અને z માટે પોઝિશન રેશિયો મલ્ટીપ્લાય કરવાનું છે ત્યાં આગળ 1 ઉપર m હતું આની અંદર મેં mu લખ્યું છે બંને સેમ જ છે y ડિરેક્શનનું ઇક્વેશન લખો સિગ્મા y upon e અને બીજા z અને mu વડે મલ્ટીપ્લાય કરવાનું સેમ વે ધી z ડિરેક્શન and other two are position effect તો તમારી પાસે સ્ટ્રેસની વેલ્યુ છે સિગ્મા x y અને z યંગ મોડ્યુલસની વેલ્યુ તમને ડેટામાં આપેલી છે that is 200 gigapascal means 210 power 3 newton per mm square or megapascal. So let's take 200 into 10 power 3 e value mu is તમને આપેલું છે 0.3. Okay, so all of you put these all the values and calculate sigma epsilon x epsilon y epsilon z and finally volumetric strain means change in volume divided by original volume epsilon x epsilon y epsilon z એના પરથી તમારે change in volume. So we are getting here MMT.
Sir,
So
આમાં sign
simple
change નહીં
calculate
થઈ શકે. બધી
epsilon x,
compressive
y and z put here change in volume. હવે જો આની અંદર છે ને કમ્પ્રેશન ફોર્સ આપણી પાસે એક જ છે P1 ઓકે અને P1 તમે જો આપણે અહીંયા માઈનસ સાઇન ઓલરેડી અહીંયા લઈ લીધી છે સો ધીસ વેલ્યુ વિલ બી -4 ઓકે સો જસ્ટ પુટ sigma y is equal to -4 remaining are positive આ માઇનસ સાઇન બાય ડિફોલ્ટ છે જે ટેન્શન ની છે અને જો કોઈ કમ્પ્રેશન છે એની સાઇન આપણે અહીંયા લઈ લીધી છે ઓકે એટલે ફરીથી અહીંયા માઈનસ નથી લખવાનું just you take here -4 value by default we are taking this compression force.
Okay, sir.
બરાબર છે એટલે આ સાઇન અને માઈનસ સાઇન જ આવશે તમારે આમાં શું લખવાનું છે સિગ્મા y is equal to -4 એ બાય ડિફોલ્ટ આ પ્લસ થઈ જશે. Okay, so calculate these three value and finally you tell me what is the change in volume. So what is the change in volume?
(3.68 into 10 raised to minus 5).
Change in volume, it is very small value. એટલે બધું ઓછું નહીં આવે. Any other student? Any other answer? These all the answer, the strain epsilon x, epsilon y, and epsilon z, that is in 10 power minus 5 or 10 power minus 4. Okay, but whenever you multiply this volume, your volume is 500 by 50 by 25. You are getting around 23 something. Multiply the volume.
So change in volume is 31.75.
Yes. Okay, and okay, so this is the change in volume. Now other things we have calculated here. What is the new dimension of this block? Okay, તો તમે જોઈ શકો છો કે આ ફોર્સ ના લીધે the length increase થશે, compression force ના લીધે thickness reduce થશે અને P3 ના લીધે તમારી width B increase થશે. Okay, so we calculate what is your final dimension. So that is very simple one. તમને strain ખબર છે, change in length તમે easily calculate કરી શકો. So you can see strain in x direction, that is the length, delta L upon L. We know this equation. Now L is available, strain is available, that is we already calculate here. We calculate what is the change in length. Same way y direction તમારી કઈ છે? You can see along the P1 direction, that is a thickness. So here delta T upon T. Okay, so epsilon નો અહીંયા કર છે તમારી પાસે. T ની thickness ની value છે. You can calculate delta T. Same way along the z direction, delta B upon B. And you calculate what is the delta B value. Now તમારી change in dimension આવી ગયા, delta L, delta T and delta B. Now this change in length you can add in your original dimension. So 500 plus delta L, you are getting the new dimension L1. Thickness માં તમે જોઈ શકો છો કે અહીં compression force આપેલો છે. So here delta T minus, because of it is reducing length, delta T take as negative value plus 24. And B must be also new B1 is width will be increased because of tension force, delta B plus 50 mm. Delta B answer 93%. Okay, so you just use the simple equation x, y and z direction to calculate change in dimension and add in or subtract in your new dimension. You are getting the new one. Okay. So that is very simple one. You can do it yourself. Okay. So હવે જે તમને જાતે કરવાનું છે એમાં શું છે? Take all the forces are compression. એટલે શું કરવાના છે કે P1, P2, P3 બધા તમારે compression લેવાના છે. એટલે change શું આવશે? This three value you are getting negative. -16, -4 and -6.4. You can put again here. You can calculate change in volume. અને ફરીથી તમારે change in dimension find કરવાના છે અને અહીંયા આગળ બધા પણ નેગેટિવ આવશે because of it is reducing dimension. So that is next thing. You can do it. We are going to the next example, example number 5. Now here example number 5 is same as previous one, example number 4. એમાં શું changes હું તમને કહું. You can see, just we read the data. Your rectangular bar 100 mm length, તો 500 ની જગ્યાએ તમને 100 mm આપેલું છે. Width is 60 mm, એટલે આની જગ્યાએ 60 mm આપેલું છે. And a thickness આપેલી છે 20 mm. So this will give 20 mm. Is subjected to sigma 1 tensile force on the which face 16 by 20. So 16 by 20 means here. This will be a sigma 1. Here sigma 1 આપેલું છે. Tension આપેલું છે. Sigma 1 is again tension on which face 100 mm by 16. અહીંયા આગળ sigma 2 આપેલું છે. and sigma t is compression 100 by 20. So here you have some compression, this will be a sigma 3. Okay, and this again you can calculate the same thing, new dimension and change in volume. Mu આપેલું છે, position ratio આપેલો છે. Okay, and this sigma 1 and sigma 2 and sigma 3 ની વેલ્યુ તમને અહીંથી આપેલી છે 75, 50 and 90. So 75 mm, sigma 2 is a 90 mm, and this will be a 50 mm. So what is the change in this example? Whatever we are doing same thing, only change તમે આપણે શું કર્યું, અહીંયા ફોર્સ આપેલો હતો, ફોર્સ પરથી સ્ટ્રેસ માઇન્ડ કરેલો. So here we directly use this equation and put directly stress value. Here no need to calculate this stress separately, because in this example the force is given, we are calculating the stress, but in the next example the stress is directly given, so no need to do this calculation. Directly use this equation, epsilon x, epsilon y, epsilon z, and finally calculate delta again. And again same equation, you can calculate change in dimension. So in the next example no any changes, only your example will be reduced up to this portion. Here you are not calculating the stress value, because it is directly given. So directly put here and calculate this answer. So this example number 5 is the same as parallel to example number 4. Replace force to stress. That is only change. Okay, so this example number 5 you can also do yourself. Now last example number 6, that is based on the elastic constant. So this portion is not covered in your classroom. So next time we are taking this last example and start with the next tutorial. Okay, so anyone, any confusion regarding to this all example number 5, 1 to 5? Yes, anyone?
No, sir.
So if any doubt, then you can also write down in a Google Classroom later on. Okay, so this laboratory we are concluded here. In the next time we are starting with the next tutorial, that is might be shear stresses. Okay, so before we are conclude this laboratory, I am just taking your attendance. Okay, so roll number 4, Suchal, you are present. Roll number 9 present.
Yes, sir.
11 is present. Then roll number 15
Yes, sir.
present. Roll number 20 is present. Roll number 21 present.
Yes, sir.
Roll number 24 present. Roll number 27 present.
Yes, sir.
Roll number 31
Yes, sir.
present. Roll number 38 present. Roll number 40
Yes,
present.
sir.
Roll number 41 present.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Roll number 42 present.
Yes, sir.
43 is present. 44 present. 45 present. 46 present. 47 and 48.
Yes,
47 is
Yes,
present
sir.
and 48 is present. Okay. So now all
Hello,
the
sir.
students are present now. Okay. So
Hello, sir.
this laboratory we are, yes,
रोल नंबर 38
हाँ.
प्रेजेंट में लेफ्ट हो गया था गलती से.
okay, 38 is present.
ओके सर.
Okay, so this laboratory we are concluded here. In the next time we are starting with the next one.
Thank you, sir.
थैंक यू.
Okay.
थैंक यू सर.
Okay.